YouTube, back with another one. So the first time I ever played a slot machine. So this back in 1996. So I started my job in 92, right? And this guy named Dennis, he kind of took me under his wing, showed me the ropes a little bit. And one day we was in one of our hiding spots, right? and he was telling me how his wife chartered this bus trip to Atlantic City several times a year. He was trying to see if I wanted to go. If I remember right, it was like $129, $139. So, I ran it by my girl I was dating at the time, and she was all for it, right? So we went on ahead and booked the trip. So, I think it was like a 12-hour ride with all the stops and whatnot. I think back then they just started you can't smoke on the bus, so we had to make all these stops and whatnot. But it was a nice, enjoyable ride down. It was like on the way down, we played bingo. They had like the rip-offs that they do on in the bingo halls, and we did that all the way down there. So we arrived in Atlantic City about 10 in the morning, right? And well, right before we got there, about 45 minutes out, we stopped at a restaurant and had breakfast. I can't think of the name of the place, but it's the place where they got like the rocking chairs outside before you go in, and they sell all the candy in the gift shop. So we had breakfast. So we get to Atlantic City, right? And the lady come on the bus, and she issue everybody a player's card. And she got on the microphone, just was explaining how everything was going to go. So by then, it's like 11 o'clock, and she passed out our buffet. We got a free buffet every day, and the trip was nice. I mean, it covered the bus ride there and back. The 2 nights in hotel. It was a 3-day, 2-night trip. And the 3 buffets, that was a good deal. So she was like, we couldn't check in our rooms till like 2 or 3 o'clock. So of course everybody was gonna go play. So she told us, when we get off the bus, go to the guest services, stand in line, and they was gonna give us our free play, which we got like $20. So back then it wasn't like put the money in, get the ticket out. It was just all coins. So, we get up there and they asked us, how we wanted our $20. I'm like, well, just give it to me all quarters. So they gave us a row of quarters, right? So, and we stayed at Bally's. Got my little notes right here. And so we got our roll of quarters and we walking around, first time being in a casino, it's all new to us. So we come up on a pair of slots, right? She was on one, I'm on one. So I didn't know what I was doing. I ripped my row of quarters open. I took 1 quarter out, right? Put it in the machine. And I can't remember which machine it was, but it was all 7s. All you can get was a 7. And some of the 7s had double, some of them had triple. And they was all different color 7s. So I put the quarter in, hit the button, and of course I hit the 3 7s. First spin ever. Hit the 3 7s, and I can't remember if all of them had triple on the 7 or a combination of triples and doubles, but all of them had something. And I won $80. And that just blew my mind. I mean, to this day. I mean, I got my row of quarters. I got $19.75 left in quarters. Took that 1 quarter and won $80. It just blew my mind. And, back then you had the buckets. So it's ding, ding, dinging all my $80 out. I remember I filled up the bucket and had to put a little bit in the next bucket. Beginner's luck, they call it. And this lady from the bus trip, she come over there and she was like, you dummy, why did you only play 1 credit? I ain't know better at the time. She was like, if you played 3 credits, you would have got $240. I'm tripping, but I'm just ecstatic because you know, back then, them my struggle days. I ain't had much money to take down. We just took what we had. You know, we paid our bills. You know, we took what was left, and we went to Atlantic City. And I had this $80, and it just blew my mind.